scorer in the tournament. And he was just
and this is La Liga. This is not some bum Bundesliga. This is big La Liga. He's going up against Real Madrid, Barcelona, Sevilla, etc., Atletico Madrid, and he's able to become the top scorer. Now, how good is Alexander Isak? Without wasting any more time, let's get straight into it.
Alexander Isak became Newcastle's most expensive signing ever for a jaw-dropping £59 million. But who even is the striker who has been destined for glory since he was only 16 years old? Let's start at the very beginning.
And that feel 59 million. You look at AC Milan, you're looking at the takeover, you're looking at the rumours that were being made, and for them to spend that much money on Isak, I already knew Isak was nice, but it was like, okay, so now the pressure's on for him to perform. And to be fair, so far, he has performed.
Alexander's parents left war-torn Eritrea and emigrated to the suburbs of Sweden's capital, where Isak was born. At the age of about 6, Isak started playing for his local club, which he supports to this day, AIK Football. He then rose through the ranks and proved himself year in and year out, with the beacon of hope that was visible as soon as he saw him play, that he will make football his profession one day. And 10 years after having joined AIK Football at the tender age of 16, Isak made his first team professional debut in the Swedish Cup against a 4th tier side in the 75th minute, and although he only played for 15 minutes that day, he scored in a 6-0 victory against Ten Holtz IF.
Again, these players scoring on the first game is always a good sign.
Here on out, it was clear. AIK had a diamond amongst them, who would look to prove himself in the league as well, and Isak was included in the starting lineup on the next match day that took place, and scored the second goal of the game, not only securing 3 points, but making history as well by becoming AIK's youngest ever goal scorer at the age of 16 years and 199 days. He would go on to score another 9 goals in the Swedish First Division, and as he stands at towering 6'4", people began to compare him to the Swedish legend Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
9 goals at the age of 16? At the age of 16, 9 goals. This guy's tough. Alexander Isak is one of those. Oh my god! And now you look at him playing in the Premier League right now, and the way he's been able to become so instrumental to to Newcastle and the way they play. Started off with those 9 goals, was it AAK? Bro, this guy's something else.
This became his nickname, along with the giraffe due to the length of his neck and slim build, and just like Zlatan, the youngster was called up to play for the Swedish national team in January 2017. He made his debut against the Ivory Coast and even started the game against Slovakia 4 days later, where he scored his first international goal within 19 minutes, making him the youngest goal scorer in the history of the Swedish national team. And if he wasn't eye candy before this performance, he sure was now. The biggest teams in Europe were eyeing him up, including Liverpool and the club which was most keen, the Los Blancos. But in the end, Borussia Dortmund got involved and snatched the 17-year-old up for €10 million on a
Dortmund always do stuff like this, man. I don't know how Dortmund do it, but their scouting, Dortmund's scouting network is one of the best in the world. They're able to go and pick up these young talented players, and then do what they do best, which is to go on and sell them in the market. Not the best method, to go on to win the league and Champions League and etc. But the club are still making a lot of money that way. Let's just say that.
5-year contract that would last till 2022, the Dortmund sporting director Michael Zorc stating, Alexander Isak is a hugely talented striker who many top clubs in Europe wanted to sign. We are delighted that he has chosen Borussia Dortmund. Both BVB and the player himself are convinced that this transfer has great potential. To really understand how big of a deal this was, Isak became the highest ever paid transfer for an Allsvenskan player, and at the same time turned down an offer to play at the Bernabeu. And even though Isak was announced as potentially Dortmund's next great number 9,
and it was a good move. Rejecting Real Madrid was just a good move. Like, you go to Real Madrid, we're talking about what, 2017? So Ronaldo was still there. Bale was still there. You had players like Vinny who had already signed the contract. You had it's just Real Madrid. Mbappe was being rumored to going there as well. Isak was smart. Like, he knew, if I'm going to go to Real Madrid, I'm not going to get that much playing time. Let me go to Dortmund because I know what they're able to do. They're going to develop me. They're going to sell me for a good fee. They'll let me go, more importantly. So yeah, Isak just made the smarter move.
ISAK wasn't given a single start in the Bundesliga that season.
That's
and
crazy.
played for 4 minutes against Sportsfreunde Lotte in the DFB Pokal quarter-finals. Had ISAK made the wrong decision, or was he still just too young? Well, I don't think it was either of those. I believe he didn't even have the chance to prove himself, as in the next season, ISAK started only 1 game and being subbed on in 4 other games, playing a total of 116 minutes in the Bundesliga.
That's disgusting. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's horrible. Again, the move from that standpoint at the time of going to Dortmund is a great idea. But what Dortmund, at least so far in the video, what they're doing to ISAK is, bro, that's disgusting. You don't want to do that to a young player. If you don't want him, just let him go. And I think that's what they're gonna do, is tell him to like La Liga. But just carry on.
Which obviously is not enough time to prove your goal-scoring ability. He did, however, score and assist once in the DFB Pokal against 1. FC Magdeburg, and that was that. Lucien Favre, the head coach of Borussia Dortmund at the time, sent ISAK to play for Dortmund's second team for the first half of the 18-19 season, where ISAK proved once again, when given the chance to play, he will deliver, scoring a hat-trick in 1 game and an additional 2 goals as well as assists in 11 games. This still wasn't enough for Dortmund though, as he was sent on loan to Willem II, an Eredivisie team at the time in the Netherlands. The reasoning for that, stated by Mark Sork, was, "We want to give Alex, whom we believe to be a great talent, the opportunity to gain a high level of match practice." Wait, make sure you subscribe and like the video.
Give him a high level of match practice. Just let me play. Oh my god, just let him play or sell him on. Jeez, that's why I hate some of these teams sometimes. Just let the guy play.
You haven't already to grow this incredible community.
Jeez.
Now, back to the video. And he definitely got that. Although he got off to a rocky start, ISAK would go on to score in 7 consecutive games, which included 2 braces, as well as 1 hat-trick that consisted of 3 penalties, becoming the first ever player in the Eredivisie to do so. In just 16 games, ISAK scored 13 goals, piquing the curiosity of Premier League giants again, this time the interest coming from West London Chelsea. But again, ISAK turned down the big shots and instead started engaging in talks over a potential move with Real Sociedad, who went on to bring the youngster over to La Liga for 10 million euros. In his first season, he performed just above average, scoring 9 goals in 37 games in the league and only being benched once throughout the whole season. But where it really went...
That's a lot better because, of course, he's not going to score that many goals this year, but playing all those games, knowing what to do, learning from your mistakes, that's very important. And of course, what Isaac's going to go on to do for the next 2 years is just incredible. But again, that playing time is what players need in Dortmund. Bro, that's not how you treat young players at all. That's disgusting.
Went down for ISAK in that season was in the Copa del Rey, where he basically won the trophy single-handedly, scoring 7 times and assisting twice in the competition. 2 of those goals and an assist against Real Madrid in the quarterfinals, and finally beat Athletic Bilbao in the final, lifting the trophy as well as the crown of becoming the top scorer in the tournament.
And this is La Liga. This is not some bum Bundesliga. This is big La Liga. He's going up against Real Madrid, Barcelona, Sevilla, etc., Atletico Madrid, and he's able to become the top scorer. Now is when the hype is like cemented and stuff.
Getting started. In the 2021 season, he got off to a slow start again, scoring only 3 times in 13 games until the new year came around and he followed his New Year's resolutions, scoring in 6 games consecutively, becoming the youngest player to score in 5 consecutive La Liga games in the 21st century, and topping it off with a hat-trick against Alaves. After that, his form kind of dipped in and out, but with Real Sociedad coming 5th in the league and leaving ISAK with 17 league goals. This also
17 league goals. What are we talking about right now? 17 league goals in the La Liga? Not some bum. Bro, this is the big league. The big league. 17 goals? Talking about big boy numbers. Come on.
Earned him a call up to the Euro 2020, where Sweden made it out of the group stages, but lost against Ukraine in the last 16. ISAK contributing 2 assists in the 4 games, truly capturing the attention of European football, with England legend Gary Lineker praising him. I do not think there is any doubt that Alexander Isak will attract interest from clubs around Europe. Exceptional talent. In the next season, Isak was slightly less consistent.
He already was. He already was attracting that type of talent. What's this guy talking about? Come on, Lineker. He already was.
But only scored a total of 10 goals throughout all competitions and gained 3 assists, when in the summer of 2022, Newcastle came knockout, seeing the talent and potential that he has in him and got ready to make a record signing. When signing for the Magpies for 59 million euros, ISAK stated, "It was a big decision for me, but it is a decision that I am really happy with," he said. "It is a great historical club that I think anyone would like to play for."
Okay, waffle. I'm happy to be here. We know. Okay,
With
buddy.
amazing fans. They were a big part of why I came here, and also
Yeah,
the club's
yeah,
project,
yeah,
which is
yeah,
one
yeah.
I really believe.
Waffle.
Newcastle boss Eddie Howe added, "I'm very excited that Alexander has chosen to join us. He's an outstanding talent who is capable of making a big contribution to the team." But although ISAK is one of the reasons Newcastle has qualified for the Champions League next season and got off to a smashing start by scoring 2 goals.
Like, after this guy joined Newcastle, like, the team was already good the previous year, but after this guy joined, there's like the star-studded talent in the team just went from here to like here, and he was able to get that team over that hump, which then of course led to the top four placing.
Goals in his first 3 games, not everything league next season, and got off to a smashing start by scoring 2 goals in his first 3 games. Not everything has been smooth sailing. Alexander got injured with the national team and developed thigh problems, which would cost him to miss out on 13 games, and even openly admitted to feeling guilty as he was Newcastle's record transfer, yet he had to sit out for 4 months. But in mid-January, ISAK was back and completed the season without issues, scoring.
So I'm saying from January onwards, this guy was cooking, big cooking.
8 goals in the league, including 2 braces, and the whole Premier League fanbase getting to know his name, with former Chelsea defender Jason Cundy even speculating that his value will skyrocket from his current 70 million up to 100 million next season.
And now here's the thing with ISAK as well. It's like, yes, 8 goals was important for Newcastle, especially 8 goals from January to May in the most important time of the season. But with ISAK, it's not just the goals, it's his technical ability, how smart he is, how good he's on the build-up play. That his ability to play through the middle and then drift onto the wing. He's so versatile, being 6'4", so versatile, so technically gifted that talking about goals alone is not enough to really explain how impactful and how good he's been for Newcastle. Again, we've made a ISAK reaction. Check that out if you want to. But it's just a way for us to look at his game a bit more in depth, because I think that he deserves that, especially on how good he is.
His style of play being compared to the Arsenal icon Thierry Henry. But ISAK,
and I'm sorry, I've seen a lot of comparisons online about different players, but ISAK to Henry is a very good comparison. ISAK, of course, being a bit taller, but in terms of their playing abilities, very is a nice comparison. Again, he still has a lot to do when it comes to Mr. Thierry Henry, someone who's able to put up 20 goals and 20 assists in one Premier League campaign, the best player in Premier League history. So he still has a lot of work to do, but at least from a talent perspective, I'm not mad at that comparison at all.
Still has another 5 years left on his contract with Newcastle and is looking forward to be playing in the Champions League next season. But the question for the 23-year-old that we are still asking ourselves is, will he live up to the price tag? Thank you very much for watching this video.
I definitely think he will, especially considering the fact that the price tag is 59 million. I think ISAK can definitely warrant, or at least justify that type of money. It's just seeing if he's able to go on to do what most of us believe he can do, and that is to become, once again, one of the very best players in the world. But anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching the video to the end. You're much appreciated. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, share. Do all these things to please help me grow this channel. And as per usual, I'll see you guys soon.